So this cable here, this USB to MIDI adapter, it cost me off eBay. I got it for $4.53 off eBay. So what this thing is, it has this little adapter here. On one side it has the USB, which you can connect to your computer or tablet. Tablet is a computer. Sorry, Apple, but it is a computer. And anyway, and these MIDI ports here. And on the ports here, it's hard to see in this light, but it's labeled out on the top and in here. So you just want to make sure you put your in where out is on your keyboard and out where in is, because I guess that's how MIDIs work. So I tried this thing out. It was great. I used LMMS under Linux to be able to just play around with the keyboard, maybe try to synthesize and try using samples that are not built into my keyboard. The keyboard that I have is one that I inherited, and it's almost 30 years old. So the cool thing is that I was able to finally bring that keyboard, the old MIDI keyboard from years ago, back to the 21st century and be able to connect it to a computer using a USB. And I've also connected it to this tablet, which is an Samsung Android tablet. Now, to plug this into one of these, I also got, I have it right here, one of these I got one of these micro USB hubs. So what this will do is it'll connect the micro USB connector that goes to most tablets, and it'll give you a couple of USB ports. You can get one of these that will just have one. I just went for this one because I wanted to be able to connect multiple things, and also if I want to use a tablet, maybe connect a keyboard or a mouse to a tablet. And it also has another micro, is it micro or mini? Micro USB thing, so you can actually charge it. So what I like about this is when my battery dies, which eventually it will on my tablet, I'll still be able to use it if I plug it in. So that's a neat thing, and I can use it connected to the computer keyboard for learning how to play piano using this inexpensive $4.53 US for this device, and I'm quite impressed with it. I've seen other devices that do the same thing that are $100, and this thing, it doesn't even have a brand on it because it's off eBay, but it did work. So I'll put a link to this device here that I got in the description, and also I'll put a link to this device as well, the USB hub. If you want to use that with your tablet, or if you just want to connect standard USB to your computer. Now, there's a wide range of programs that you can use. I just quickly went to Pianist, which is an Android app, and it worked right away. Great. And I also used a program in Linux, LMMS, to basically, it's like Cakewalk. A friend of mine, I was having a conversation about this device he compared it to, he's an Apple Mac computer, personal computer user. I like to say that Macs are personal computers, or PCs, because PC stands for personal computer. Marketing and all that. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So this will work with like, this program here is like, it's like a GarageBand Cakewalk. Cakewalk, the program I had when I was in school was called Cakewalk, and we had a MIDI keyboard connected up to the computer as well, and we were able to compose programs. I remember using that for music that would be copyright-free music to use for videos and stuff like that. So with this, if you're a video creator, this might be a handy tool to have as well, so that you can write your own music and maybe even just need to do like a few notes between a transition. This would be something very helpful and handy to have around for doing that. But also, with this program here, LMMS, it has a virtual keyboard. You don't even need to connect this up. But if you want to have that fun feeling of an actual keyboard while you're trying to compose or learn how to play piano, you can do that. And another thing I found on Android is a program that helps teach you how to play notes, which is great. Something I can sit down with the kids and we can sit down and learn how to play a few notes. Learn how to play the notes on a keyboard for various various songs, even simple songs. I just need something simple. So I'll take it to the keyboard and I'll show you how this thing is. This Roland keyboard that belonged to my grandmother holds a lot of sentimental value to me and my family. So I'd like to keep this as a keepsake, and I'm glad I'm able to bring it into the 21st century to connect it to a MIDI file. Well, actually, MIDIs are from the 80s. But still, it's fun to hook it up to a USB-based system and play around with it. That key doesn't work too well. Need to figure out how to fix that. Right. So I got my little MIDI to USB device going here. I'm just going to... There's the MIDI plugged into the keyboard there. So I think it has to be opposite. Now on the USB dongle, you'll have your two MIDI controllers. You'll have your one that says in and your one that says out. So in the back here where they got the MIDIs. So I have in going to out. I guess the way MIDI works is you have to have in going where out is and out going the up, and vice versa, just to be able to make it work. And I just kind of have this dangling down here on the floor, either running to the computer or the tablet. Now I got this program or this app called Pianist, and I can hit the keys, and it has this little teaching program, which I'm not good at. And you can hit the keys and it will bring down the bar there, which is a great teaching tool, I think, for my kids to have this where they can actually use the keyboard and then look at the screen to learn how to play the notes. So to get it working, I just plugged my tablet into this octopus device that I got, which is coming in really handy for doing all these little projects. Launched Pianist HD. It's kind of an older program. I don't care. I just want something that's free. There's ads in here, which you're going to get with a lot of Android programs. One thing I like about Linux is you just find in the repository all these free programs. And there probably is a free program in Linux. Alright, one thing you want to do in this program is select your external keyboard and turn that on. And back out of there. I can hear the keys working. Some ad. So this might not be the best program for my kids because I want to be able to just not have to go and deselect ads all the time, because that's what I dislike about Android. So the neat thing is you can just take the tablet, set it up here, you got the keys, and you can play a song. Is there a song select? Confirm, yeah. Alright, so you could just go through that, and then the waterfall of the notes will come down. I like that word, the SDR. This is a 30-year-old keyboard, so it's actually. The cool thing is, it worked right away, or like right out of the box with Linux and Android. This thing worked great. I'm gonna learn how to play piano with my kids now. This is great. I'm just going to take this, and it's just basically the cable. I'm just going to drag it behind the keyboard. And I got to find the in point in. And I got to pull this out just a bit just to see what I'm doing here. Get MIDI in. There we go. And the MIDI out connector. There's a through button too, but I don't have that. I don't have a through button, but there's a through button on this keyboard as well. So there actually is a SID chip emulator on here, so I'm going to put that on here with the keyboard. And I'm going to go to MIDI, and I'm just going to go to input and just select MIDI. Make sure you tap right there. Turn that. So this is a SID chip emulator that I'm able to just go through the keyboard. So that's kind of neat. I'm just going to remove that. And you could also have, there's a Free Boy, which is like a Game Boy sounding thing. Just go to select MIDI, go to your input, and then select your dongle device. Very loud though, that one. But anyway, so basically the MIDI is interfacing with my old computer running LMMS. This computer actually, if I want to, these days if I run a web browser, this thing will crash because it's just so old. It's from 2006. I am going to change the thermal paste on this computer to make it run a little bit cooler. That could be the problem. But also it's a dual core processor. But this program is not a very taxing program, LMMS, and MIDI files are not. So if you have an old computer, this is great for, you know, if you just want to keep, you know, get some use out of your old computer. This is a great use for it. I mean, for $6 you can buy one of these things and use your old laptop and let your kids have at it. And they'd have like a little music studio they can play around with. Sid. And just drop that in there, and I was like, with Linux, this pretty much effortlessly worked. Just go to input and select your MIDI device. I don't have it connected to this one, but this is a bigger screen. And you also can, with this program, LMMS, you can also have like a virtual keyboard. You can get a bigger one too, but so you can mess around with that too. I love the SID chip emulator. It sounds like a Commodore 64 on a modern computer. Alright, so I'm very happy with this inexpensive purchase. I think the shipping was included with this, and just the amount of enjoyment I'm going to get out of this for this little bit of money I spent for that dongle is, I think is great, and I highly recommend it if you want to get one of these. Look at below, and if you know any programs that you think would work better or work really well with one of these things, let me know in the comments. So please like, share, and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching this video. It's a snake! Oh no, not a snake! Ah! 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 It's biting my face! Ah!